Before I begin the video, no hate to Vehicle Legends. I think they have a great game. This video is going to be me explaining my current thoughts of how the game is going and why I think it's getting boring. Without further ado, let's get started. Now, the first reason on why I think Vehicle Legends is getting boring is because of the repetitive gameplay that it possesses. All you do is drive around, make money, do races, buy cars, and that's all there is to it. Now, for a player like myself who's been playing this game since the very beginning, it's natural to feel a slight boredom of the game after playing it for over 5 years. Not to say the game isn't good anymore or anything, I still like the game, it's just I've been playing it so much to a point where I play too much, which causes me to get bored of the game. Second reason is pay to win. Now yes, I do think the game is getting quite pay to win. Players are now required to spend thousands of Robux just to get their dream cars that they want to get. Now I get that the developers need to add Robux Cards to help fund for their future licenses, but come on. No one's going to be buying a McLaren P1 GTR for 1,700 Robux. Just sounds ridiculous in my opinion. As someone who used to own every car in the game, I now cannot do that as I cannot afford every Robux card that comes into the game. I know it sounds like I'm making excuses and all that, but in my opinion, they should at least lower the prices of the Robux cards to make it affordable to more users, as I don't think putting cars behind a paywall is particularly fair, as you already have a bunch of game passes that players can buy, which in my opinion is already enough. You don't need to add more cars that cost Robux. The third reason is the lack of content / updates. Now the updates aren't bad or anything, but this past month updates have been quite similar to each other. Now yes, I'm not going to include the 4th of July and the Le Mans event, as I think those were cool events, but other than those two, the updates have been consistently the same for the past 3 months. Those updates being cars and small feature changes, and there's nothing wrong with that. In fact, I think it's cool that they're adding more cars, but after a while it just doesn't have the same excitement as it once had. For example, licensed cars. When Vehicle Legends added their first licensed car, which was Razor, I remember how hyped the community was about finally witnessing something that would change Vehicle Legends history for good. However, a year and a half later, licensed cars don't have the same flair or excitement as they once had. Again, not saying I hate licensed cars, but it would be cool if we were to get some other updates such as body kits, which I think they should add to some cars if possible. The final reason is lack of community. Whenever joining public servers, it feels like you're in a void full of NPCs. At least that's what I feel. No one communicates or even races with each other anymore. It's been an issue for a while, and yes, it's not the developers' fault, but I feel like they should add more interactive ways for people to be able to interact with one another. For example, adding an auction. Some might say it won't go well, but they should experiment with it and see how many people backlash at it. In my opinion, that alone will help the community a ton, as it would give them more of a reason to play and not get bored with only racing. Now, if we go ahead and pull up the stats, you can see a steady rise of players after a few down months. However, it's still not as popular as it was in 2023. And this again is because of everything we stated prior to this, of their lack of updates, the content I should say, and the repetitive gameplay that it has. Now comes the question, am I quitting Vehicle Legends? The answer is no, obviously. I probably won't quit anytime soon, but for now uploads will be less frequent until we start getting more content to work with. Other than that, that will be the end of this video. This is actually the first time I scripted a video, but this will probably be the only time I do this. But yeah, just let me know what you think of it. Let me know if you want me to make more videos like this. Make sure to like and subscribe to my channel for more updates. And yeah, have a good day.